Hello students, how are you? Okay, I am also good. Hope you are doing good. So let's start our today's class. In the last class we have studied about the soil. Yes, and we have also discussed about the property of soil. So can anyone tell me the property of soils? Yes, or the name of the different type of soil that is present. The different type of soils are sandy. Yes, students. Clay and silt. Okay, and all these makes a loamy soil. The particle size of sandy are largest, as we have seen in the previous class also. Okay, so student, we are moving further. Okay, so what you can see in this image, first of all tell me. We usually water the plant. Okay, we are watering the plant in the soil. Why we are watering the plant in the soil? So that the water that is present in the soil can be absorbed by the root and root hairs that is present in the plant. Okay, so if there would be no water in the soil, what would happen? The growth of the plant will be restricted. Yes or no? Okay, so it is essential that the soil should contain the water. Okay, so normally also the soil contains water even if we are not watering. Okay, so water contains some amount of water which is known as soil moisture. Okay, student. So tell me what you can say about the soil moisture. What is soil moisture? Yes, student. So we can say that if it is a soil, okay, and if there is a thin layer of water around this soil, thin film of water around this soil, this makes constituent of soil moisture. Okay. So basically the soil is surrounded by water. Okay, so the water always contains some amount of water that is known as soil moisture. Now student, we are going to do one activity. Okay, so what we are doing right here, we have to take a boiling tube first of all, and we have to put 2 spoonfuls of soil in sample in it. Heat it on the flame and observe it. Let us find out what happens after heating. Do you see water vapors anywhere? If yes, where did you find them? So student, basically what we have done, we have taken a soil sample in the test tube. Yes, and we have put it on a burning burner. After a few time, we will see some droplets present on the wall of the test tube. Have you seen the droplets? Yes, so these drops are nothing but the water drops. Okay students, so what conclusion you can make out from this experiment? That soil contains water. What is the conclusion, students? Soil contains water. Okay, so what is soil moisture, students? So soil contains some water in it, which is called soil moisture. Usually moisture is present as thin film around the soil particle. This moisture is absorbed by the root of the plants. Thus, the moisture content of the soil is very important for the growth of the crops. Okay, students, so water is very essential for the growth of the crops. On the hot summer day, the vapor coming out of the soil reflect the sunlight, and the air above the soil seems to be simmer. So we have seen in the summer days, okay, that there is some kind of vapor coming out from the land. Have you seen such thing? Yes. So these vapor are nothing but the soil moisture that was present in the root soil. So there is soil moisture, and in the summer season what will happen, that this soil moisture will evaporate and we will see the simmer like thing. A small wavy watery vapor we can see in the summer season. Okay, so moving further, students, different type of soil can absorb water to a different extent. Some absorb more water while other absorb less water. Yes, students, so if we talk about the soil moisture in the different type of soil like sandy soil, so we all know that they have large particle size, okay, and hence there will be less moisture in the sandy soil. Whereas the clay soil can absorb more amount of water, so it will have more moisture. So different type of soil will have different type of moisture in it. Now question is, all soil can absorb same amount of water. Is it true or false? Yes, it is false, because just now we have studied that sandy soil have less soil moisture in it and clay soil will have more moisture in it. Now student, we will talk about water absorption. What is water absorption? You can see the particle size of the different type of soil, and then you have to tell me what is water absorption. Yes, students, so soil can process and hold considerable amount of water. They can take in water and will keep doing so until they are full, or until the rate at which they can transmit the water into and through the pore is exceeded. Okay, so till the time the water do not seep through its pore, okay, that process is till then it is known as water absorption. Okay, so soil can process and hold considerable amount of water. They can take the water and will keep doing so until they are full, and after that if they are full then they will percolate the water. First there is absorption of water. The soil will absorb the water, and when it will exceed the pore size of the particles, then what will happen, there will be percolation of the water. Clear? Now we will study something about absorption and percolation of the water. Okay, so we are going to do one activity. We are going to have 50 gram of sand, okay, and we are going to have measuring cylinder. Now see this setup, students. this very simple setup, that this is a beaker, there is a funnel, there is a filter paper in the funnel, and there is a dropper. Okay, and in the funnel there is sand which is present. What is sand is present in the funnel. Okay student, now tell me what by dropper we are going to put drop by drop few waters. Okay, now what will the soil do? First of all, soil will absorb the water. Okay, soil will absorb the water, and after that, when the pore size, when the soil water that is present in the soil will exceed the pore size, it will come down in the beaker. Okay, so this is a percolation of the water. So by this activity we can find out the percolation of the water. Okay, so now let's see what are the numerical value we have to calculate. Now we are having weight of the soil as 50 kg. Initial volume of water in the measuring cylinder is U ml. Final volume of water in the measuring cylinder is V ml. The volume of water absorbed by the soil is U minus V ml. Weight of the water by the soil is U minus V gram. 1 ml of water has equal to 1 gram. Okay, so percentage of water absorbed, this is the absorption capacity, that is U minus V divided by the mass of the soil into 100. U minus V divided by 50 into 100. Okay students, so this is the percentage of water absorbed. So what is absorption percentage? The amount of water absorbed divided by amount of soil into 100 is the absorption percentage. Now what is percolation of water? The process in which the water passes down slowly through the soil is called percolation of water. As we have discussed that when we are going to pour some water in the soil, first of all soil will absorb the water. Okay, and when the pore size will be filled, then water can percolate. Okay, so student, the highest percolation rate is seen in sandy soil. Why it is so? And the lowest percolation of water is seen in clay soil. So the basic purpose or basic reason behind the highest percolation of water in the sandy soil is that the sandy soil have large particle size that fails to absorb the water and more water, whereas the clay has smallest particle size and therefore it retains good amount of water in it. Okay student, is it clear to everyone? Okay. Now which soil can hold more water? So just now we have studied which soil can hold more water. We have to answer this question students. So we can say that clay soil can hold more water. Okay, now let's see the map of India, and here we can see that there are different type of soil present throughout the country. There is variety of soil that is present in our country. Variation can be seen basically. Okay, so if there is different kind of soil, that means it will have different kind of absorption capacity, percolation capacity, soil moisture will be different. Okay, so accordingly there is crop grown in the different region of the country. So Coming to this table, what you can say about the different crops that is grown? Yes, students. So we can say that there are three types of soil given here: clayey soil, loamy soil, and sandy loamy soil. As we know that clayey soil can retain maximum amount of water, means absorption rate is more, percolation rate is less. So in that situation, which crop can be grown? Basically the wheat, gram, and paddy can be grown where there is more retention of water in the soil. Okay, now what happen in the loamy soil, students? As we know that loamy soil is a mixture of sand, soil, and clay, sand, silt, and clay, and it is best for the growth of vegetables or different agricultural practices. So the best thing is the crop grown is lentils, tomatoes, corns, and oats. Lentils, tomatoes, corn, and oats. Sandy loamy soil. Talking about the sandy loamy soil, what are the crop grown here? Potatoes, cotton, and cereal rye. Potato, cotton, and cereal rye. Clear, students? Okay, so moving further. Okay, now there are few points over here. We are going to read this point. So clayey and loamy soils are both suitable for growing the cereals like wheat and gram. Okay, clayey and loamy soils. Such soils are good at retaining the water. For paddy, soils rich in clay and organic matter having the good capacity to retain the water are ideal. For lentils, other pulses, loamy soil which drain water easily are required. For cotton, sandy loamy or loamy which drain the water easily can hold the plenty of air are more suitable. Oh, so plenty of air there is sandy loamy soil. Crops such as wheat are grown in the fine clay soil because they are rich in humus and are very fertile. Okay, so moving further, now you have to tell the answer. In clay soil, which crop can be grown? In clay soil, which crop can be grown? So student, the answer will be what? Correct answer would be yes, wheat, because it can retain most highest number of water in it. Now we are going to recapitulate the things whatever we have learned. We have learned about the moisture in the soil, water retention, and soil and its crop. So soil moisture is the water content in the soil. So the lowest percolation is present in the clay soil. There is no percolation at all. The loamy soil, which crop can be grown? In the loamy soil, we can grow basically the lentils. Okay, I hope you have remembered this. Yes or no? Okay, now this is your homework part, students. So you have to make a chart of different crops in the different region of the country. Okay, so you have to select any 5 state and you have to make a chart in which state there is one particular type of crop that is grown in majority. Now you have to also write the slogans for variety of food grown in the India. Okay, So you can write 3 to 5 slogans, and most attractive slogans will be given some prizes. Okay, so thank you student for listening to me. Hope this would be very good lecture and you learned something from this. Till then, thank you and bye bye. Take care.